Today, Louis has invited us onto his Red Velvet blog to discuss the ISTE standards and the implications they have on teachers' decisions to integrate technology into the classroom. Teachers' use of technology in the classroom is sometimes spun as being way too fast by naysayers or as being too slow by tech consultants. Often this rhetoric can come from sources with conflicts of interest. For example, information listed on Teach Now includes a link to the 21st Century Teacher. In the video, keynote speaker Keith Kruger claimed the Department of Commerce comparative study looked at 55 industries' adoption of IT technology and ranked education 55th place, behind even coal mining, were his exact words. This pejorative statement is based on self-serving business model metrics. When businessmen and politicians need a scapegoat for social ills, teachers are always an easy target. The big idea on this point is that comparing education to coal mining or any for-profit business is about as useful as a Trump University degree. In the same video, another innovator dreamed of her utopian future where schools will be free of bricks and mortar. And we can easily understand the problems this engenders in the hearts of educators who know that technology will not solve all our problems. For example, one of my interview questions asked teachers if they have a backup plan when the technology fails. Of course they all did. They all had anecdotes of how they recovered in the old-fashioned way, which means by managing human relationships, something machines do not understand. Let's face it, if you have the moxie to manage a room of 7-year-olds, or 17-year-olds for that matter, the software failures are very small potatoes. On the same topic, one of my cohort, Elias, was ready to help me with this assignment by sharing some lesson plans, but he couldn't do so because the server was down. Now, we've all heard that before. Nevertheless, all teachers have smartphones, laptops. They use technology to equip their students for the 21st century. Teachers recognize that these days they're practically required to use technology just to gain and hold the interest of their students. Now, on to some teacher input here. Teacher responses to my more straightforward questions were often unanimous. All were strongly encouraged, though not required, to use technology in their daily lesson plans. All of them used technology to communicate with students and parents. All of them embraced technology in the classroom and acknowledged its value to teaching. None of them voiced any major worries over the widespread use of technology. All of them viewed net etiquette as a nuisance, similar, sadly, to old-fashioned bullying. And all believe that technology can be very helpful in holding the attention of their students. One elementary teacher has several technologies woven into her daily lesson plan that she gave me. It includes YouTube, Prezi, Flocabulary, PowerPoint, and they all say, and she said that they prompt children to be more interested in the material and to spontaneously lend a hand to their classmates. She also used a smart board to project her own monitor for the entire classroom to see. Now, she laughingly added that when the technology fails, they go to dry erasers on whiteboards the old-fashioned way. But she added, and I quote, that they don't do very good with pencil and paper. Another of my interviewees uses a different assortment of technology, including furniture even designed for collaborative learning. Her lesson plans involve starfall.com, spellingcity.com, and funbrain.com, all of which offer reading comprehension, math skills, vocabulary drills, and all of them allow each child to engage the problems at their own speed, freeing the teacher up to work individually, student by student. And she added that it was something that reminded me of the Khan Academy, which was that many of the programs automatically increase the complexity of the problems once a student can be seen they've gained mastery over a simpler material. All three of the teachers utilize Class Dojo to communicate with parents and students, and one also used Google Classroom because it allowed the parent to monitor the child's progress without involving teacher input. I asked my teachers if they thought that technology in the classroom produced students that were more effective critical thinkers. And the performance arts teacher that I interviewed replied, not necessarily, but a flexible, open-minded teacher in conjunction with the right technology can help shortcut that student into the desired state of quote-unquote self-directed discovery learning, which she identified as the point where software can give students the leeway to take things again, and I quote, in the direction of their own interest. That sounds a lot like critical thinking to me. As a final thought, I came across this quote in another study from the Teach Now list of research material. In assessing a digital classroom experiment, the program personnel invited comment from the stakeholders, curiously mentioning only the school administration, parents, and board of trustees. You'll notice the students did not make the list of stakeholders. We must always ensure that no program ever becomes more important than the student. In closing, here are the 5 questions I consider before introducing tech into the classroom. First, do I know how to use it? Next, does it enhance student learning? Third, do I have a backup if the tech fails? Fourth, does it promote student collaboration and encourage independent thinking? And last, will it improve this student's critical thinking skills? Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, email them to Louis Red Velvet Lounge at www.louisredvelvet.com.